Hello everybody, my name is Clentus and welcome to Clentus Dumagude. That is my YouTube channel. So welcome to Vlogmas episode 23. So 2 days to go and then we're done with Vlogmas 2022. So guys, today's video, I thought let me let you in on some things that were happening in 2022. Basically, as you can see, with the title of the video is How Was 2022 for me? But before I go on, I want to first give a shout out to Andiswa Mojapilo, who inspired this very video. Actually, I copied her video idea and I also thought, hey, this is actually a very good idea. Let me also take you guys on my 2022 journey. What are the things that I had set out for myself, for my channel, as well as me as a person? What are the things that I experienced as a human being in South Africa, in this beautiful world of ours that sometimes is very challenging? So please do lend me your ears, and I hope that you will also engage me on this video by sharing your own experiences in 2022. So how was your 2022? Please do comment down below, and also do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, because this is not the last video of 2022, not just yet, because I have 2 more videos to do. That's episode 24 and episode 25. And thereafter I take 1 day break, and then on the 27th I will drop a video, and I will drop a video on the 28th where basically I'll be creating my vision board for 2023, and on the 29th I'm just basically going to wrap up 2022, probably wrap up 2022 on the 30th. I'm not quite sure what exactly I am going to do, but I highly appreciate you guys being on this journey with me throughout the course of the year. So yeah, I am wearing a bucket hat that I won from YouTube. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about, is my YouTube channel. So I have notes here. Yeah, that's 3 pages long to remind me. Oh my goodness, what happened to my color? Oh, okay. To remind me of the things that I went through this year, achieved, some of the things I did not foresee them coming, and they did, and I couldn't be more grateful when they happened. So I know I said let me start with YouTube. No, let me first start with work. So work was quite challenging for me this year. I got more responsibilities. As you guys, now and again, you would hear me say, oh, my boss called, oh, my boss called. That's because I got more responsibilities at work. This is a job, by the way, I think I've shared it in my story times before, that I manifested the job. I remember when I manifested the job in 2020. No, beginning of 2021, when I was setting my 2021 goals. Yeah, my 2021 goals. So let me just not mix things up. My 2021 goals, I manifested that I want to be headhunted, no interviews, just be given the keys to my office and then start work. And this is exactly what happened. So I keep telling you guys, because this is one of the video I'm going to create about manifesting the things that you want in your life. There are lots of things that I manifested this year, and 95% of them came to fruition. Some I did share, some I did not share. Probably I'm going to share some that I did not share in this very video, so that you get to understand why I believe so much in the forces of the universe. I believe so much in having faith that is as small as that of a mustard seed. That is just how I do things. I've been doing this for very, very long time. So it's just that I'm afraid to dream big and manifest bigger things. I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, so with work, I got more responsibilities. I was busy more than I have ever been busy since I started this job. In fact, I think I've been busier than I have ever been busy since I started work as an adult. And so I had to sit down in one of the trips that I was on with work and really evaluate, because I was realizing that I have two YouTube channels and both my YouTube channels were getting neglected because I was focusing a lot on my job. So I needed to sit down and basically compartmentalize, is that a correct term? Compartmentalize my priorities. I needed to know what I needed to do for the Iron Bars. That is my true crime YouTube channel. What I needed to do for the Real Clances Tutorials before I changed the name to my name and surname, this very channel. What I need to do. And then I also had to prioritize other things like my siblings, because they were also getting neglected because I was always busy. So as a result, I sat down and I started drawing some strategies on how I'm going to focus on my true crime YouTube channel, because it takes the most of my time, because there's a lot of research and a lot of scripting and hours of filming and hours, sometimes days of editing before I do the next case and the next case and the next case. And so let's not also forget that this very channel also needed my attention. So for 4 months, For 4 months, I was away from my channels, and it was bothering my soul because I felt like I had abandoned my my channels. And I would also get like DMs from you guys like, hey dude, where are you? Are you all right? And all these questions as well that you had for your own YouTube channels. I'm very grateful every time you guys come to my Instagram account, which is at the Real Clances Tutorials. It's still my old channel name. It's still the Real Clances Tutorials. That is where I interact the most with you guys there. So work was just busy, but eventually I did come with a strategy that on either depends what time I arrive home on Friday, because I don't go to work on Fridays. I work from home. That is if I have something to do. If I don't have anything to do, then I have free time on Friday. So I then said, okay, on Friday, I'm going to focus on my true crime. Basically, I'm scripting, because during the course of the week, I do my research and basically put pointers that I'm going to put together when I'm scripting. And then Saturday, I am filming. Usually, I will film my true crime YouTube channel videos at night, not during the day. And Saturdays, I'm just filming my true crime YouTube videos. And then on Sunday, I will then film for this very channel, YouTube related topics. And then of course during the week, during my break, I will then start editing either one of my true crime YouTube videos or for this channel. And basically that's how I started getting back to normalcy when it came to uploading. So I had a goal for my YouTube channel. Okay, now I moved to YouTube. I just transitioned to YouTube with this video. So now let's talk about my YouTube channel or my YouTube channels. From there, I then I had set a goal in the beginning of the year that for the Real Clances Tutorials, this channel, I want to have uploaded 400 videos by the end of 2022. So as of 2 days ago, I did meet that goal. I now have 400 uploads on my channel. And then on the Real Clances Tutorials, I thought I was going to upload a video every single week. That means 52 videos that I was going to upload. Unfortunately, because I was absent for 4 months from my True Crime YouTube channel, I did not meet that goal of 52 videos. And even now, because my laptop was stolen with some videos in there, there were further delays. But I would say that I was very consistent on my True Crime YouTube channel. I uploaded every single Sunday. If I was late uploading on Sunday, I would upload either on Tuesday or Wednesday, but there was a consistency there. And in August, even though that channel became eligible for monetization in December of 2021, I only monetized that channel on the 18th of August 2022. Yeah, that is what I did with that channel, and it was doing very well, and it continues to do well as well even today. Most of my subscribers in that channel are US people, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. I think and UK. Those are the top 5 countries that watch that YouTube channel. I think that's also the reason why it kind of like makes the kind of money it makes, because it's first world countries that are watching those videos, which was a big shocker for me. And it was also extra cash that I needed to assist me with my black tax basically, which by the way comes to an end this year because all the elders are gone. I'm not obligated to be supporting people who are abled bodies, so no more of that. With work, now I'm going back to work. This is going to be a scattered video. With work, I also traveled a lot this year. I was not in one place more than a week, again, because of the responsibilities. I was going here, flying there, and everywhere else. And that also took a toll on my body as well as my YouTube channels. And it was just a mess when it came to that. But I was on point with everything. I met all my deadlines at work. Basically, everybody was just proud of me and appreciative of my hard work that I put into my job. But my other side hustle, which is YouTube, I don't know why I'm calling it a side hustle because I'm not monetized yet. We'll talk about that, don't worry. So going back to my YouTube channel, so when I started 2022, I did not set much goals for my YouTube channel because I'm talking about this one, or even the iron bars. I did not sit down and say, oh, by end of 2022, I want to have grown so much. I think I may have, but I also changed my mind. I think I changed my mind almost immediately. I was like, no. I want my YouTube channels to experience organic growth. And organic growth, by the way, guys, it is slow. It's the most slowest growth on YouTube. And then if you want your YouTube channel to have organic growth, you must expect that channel is going to take for a very long time before it gets to 1,000 subscribers, or 5,000, or 10,000, or 50,000, because you are not focusing on numbers. Even your content is not aimed at driving numbers in terms of subscribers, but it is created to drive views as well as adding value to those that are watching your YouTube videos. That was my logic when I started the year. I was like, you know what? No, let me not focus on the numbers because they're gonna drive me crazy if I don't see the needle moving. And then on top of that, you know how YouTube works. Some morning you wake up, you lost 5 subscribers or 10 subscribers for goodness knows why. And then sometimes you wake up, you have gained 100 new subscribers, and then the following day it goes down. So I thought, you know what, when it comes to subscriber count, I'm not going to focus my attention on that at all. I will just let the channel do its own organic growth. And indeed, all the subscribers that I have gotten thus far is people who really are interested in the content and the topics that I talk about on my YouTube channel. And some of them think, okay, well, now that I watched the first video, let me check the second one, and then on the third, that's when they decide to subscribe. So sometimes a person will watch one video and think, okay, no, I had enough, I don't have to subscribe here, and they move on, which is fine, because at the end of the day, I'm looking for authentic people to subscribe to this channel, because at the end of the day, I'm also building a community of loyal members of the clan. So I don't want you to come in and then you feel trapped, and then you're like, I thought I wanted to hear this, but I no longer want to hear this. And you're thinking if you unsubscribe, you're going to be seen as cruel. No, you have a choice. You have free will. At any given time, if you want to unsubscribe, go right ahead, unsubscribe if you feel like this channel is no longer serving you the way you want it to be serve you. But if you feel like, okay, this is where I belong, then you are the person that I am looking for, and I appreciate you 100%. And I always listen to you as well. I listen to you most of the time when you are on my Instagram DM, basically asking me questions. And then I've seen a lot of you come back to me and say, oh my God, Clantus, those tips, they worked. Oh my God, Clantus, this is what you told me. It's working like magic. I love hearing those testimonies at the end of the day. Yes, you're not going to see them in my comment section or hear somebody talk about the what we talk about in my DMs. My purpose of this channel is to help. I want to help because I understand the situation out there. We live in a country where job opportunities are next to nothing, and YouTube has come as a saving grace as far as I see it. And I think if more young people discovered the power of YouTube, you will realize that, maybe, yes, let me continue putting out my CVs and wait for that job or that job interview. And while this side, I'm creating content and make money out of that so that I'm able to send out more CVs. And if I'm called to an interview, I've got money for transport. If I do get the job, I still have money for transport to the job and also buy some new clothes for the job, etc. and so on. That is the whole purpose of this video. I think at the opening, at the start of my YouTube channel, this one, I used to have like a tagline that create a YouTube channel so that you can avoid the unemployment line. I think that's what I used to say. I meant that, and I still stand by that YouTube assists you to avoid the long line of unemployment. So rather do your own thing, become your own boss. YouTube has the tendency of opening doors of opportunity for you. Now, which I'm going to say something. One of my goals in 2020, in the beginning of 2022, I resolved in my New Year's resolutions that I manifest in getting a television gig. Just a presentation, just to present something, whether it's an award or something for a night. Lo and behold, tell me why I'm getting an email from one of the biggest television national channel inviting me to offer me a permanent job on their channel as a presenter. I was like, wait, all I asked for was a one-night presenting job on a television gig. That's all. Now, turns out that my true crime YouTube channel, like I always say, guys, you never know who's watching your videos. You will never know who's watching your YouTube videos. So now I had this producer who had this show on this, I'm not going to mention names, of this particular television channel, and they approached me and they offered me a job. And I was like, this is such an attractive job opportunity, but at the same time, I have a job, a full-time job that I love. I manifested that job. This one, yes, I manifested a one night, not a permanent thing about it. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that when you have a YouTube channel, there are doors of opportunities that you never even imagined will open up for you. And provided that you carry yourself in such a way that whoever is watching your channel and think, I liked this Clantus guy, you must also be seen to be a good fit for their brand, or a good fit for their channel, or a good fit for their product, or whatever the case is. It's all about how you as an individual carry yourself on YouTube, on your videos. If you are going to be savage, unfortunately, everybody will be running away from you. They're not going to become running and tripping over themselves to come and offer you collaborations. That is not going to happen. That much I can tell you, because these are the things that I hear when I'm at these YouTube events. Like, ooh, you talk about this certain YouTube, they're like, ooh, no. We will never ever work with that person. And sometimes you think you I don't know, you think that you're exercising your freedom of expression, only to find that your freedom of expression that you are exercising on your channel is stepping on wrong toes and brands are just literally running away from you. That's something that you need to think about for 2023. Like, how am I going to carry myself on my YouTube videos going forward so that I get doors of opportunities opening for me too? So that is one thing that I wanted to say, tying it in with my New Year's resolution goal that I manifested a television gig, and I think the universe was like, no, I'll give you a job. And this did not happen only once. It happened twice this year. 2 times this happened. And unfortunately, I cannot be committed to a television gig that's going to take 16 hours to film while I have a full-time job. So unfortunately, I had to decline both times, but I also still apologize to the universe. I was like, universe, I know what I asked for, but you kind of like stretched it a little bit when I wanted one night only. And also tying in with that as well, I did also manifest to get invited to a YouTube event. Why now do I find myself invited to 4? In fact, it was 5 YouTube events, including the Cape Town one. I did not go because of job. What do you call this? My job. I was away with my job, and so I couldn't be in Cape Town and also in the Eastern Cape at the same time. So I had to decline that one as well. So the point that I'm trying to make is, doors of opportunities get opened once you click record. Do not be shy. Do not be afraid. We all were afraid. It doesn't matter how beautiful or handsome you are. Whether you have the perfect teeth or teeth like mine, just press record. Whether you have acne, you got uneven skin tones. You can see my neck is black. My face, right now, my face is kind of getting bright because it's summer. I don't know why. Every summer, my face gets brighter, and then in winter get darker. Don't ask me, I have no idea. But whatever the case, I see I got moles on my neck, but here I am creating YouTube videos, and I do not care what the haters are saying. As a matter of fact, I welcome haters. Do comment as a hater, because guess what? I will have the last laugh, because I get your watch time, your eyeballs when you watch my videos, and then you see some faultiness. At the end of the day, beauty is but a mist. Psst. Here now, gone the next moment. Those that think by saying, oh, you are too old for YouTube, guess what? We're all humans. The year just coming to an end. The 2023, you get even older by another year. Every year you're still alive, you will get older and you are not going to be young forever. So when you try to shut people down or up by exposing something so natural and so beautiful and think it's going to hurt them, that means you're stupid. Period. So I'm getting a little bit off track here, but the point that I'm trying to say here is that set goals that are realistic for your YouTube channel. That's what I did, and that was my 2022. So on my YouTube channel, and there were a few things that were unforeseen that had happened. Some of you guys did see the videos that I've created where I got invited to a big YouTuber's birthday party, that is Owami Entertainment, and also I won Naledi Malela's a camera after she put out a competition for people to win her camera after she bought a brand new camera. And that camera, when I looked at the price, it's still 15,000 Rand. The camera that she gave me at the time. This was in June 2022. That is something that I did not see it coming. I did not see that one coming. Both, I did not see them coming. I also did not see 4 extra YouTube events invitations. I did not see those one coming. I only manifested 1, but 4. And then I also won YouTube regalia. Let me show you, there's something else. In fact, there are a couple of things that I won from YouTube. I got this. Let me show you the other one. I also won this jacket from YouTube. Okay, how do you open this? Yeah, it had my old YouTube channel name. See, it's customized jacket. from YouTube. This, I did not foresee this one coming. I did not foresee all these things coming. Some of the other stuff, I gave them away because they were like, oh my God, I like this. Can you give it to me? And then water bottles, I gave it away. Key holder, gave it away. And of course, this one, I was not going to give it away. Same as well as this jacket. I was not going to give them away. Inside, I can wear this hat upside down if I want to, because this is how it looks like as well. On the inside, which is like so cool, you guys. These are the things that I did not see coming. There is so many other stuff that my YouTube channel did for me that I did not see them coming. Again, when you start a YouTube channel, realize the opportunities that may come your way. Also, how you carry yourself on YouTube is going to play a major role on getting these blessings. Okay, when it comes to money for me it's a loose topic, and it's not a topic that I feel ashamed of talking about. I also don't feel like it's a top secret thing for me. For me, when I started the year, usually when it comes to money, I leave it to the universe. I was just like, universe, you know, what are your plans for me when it comes to money? But one thing I know for sure, I am not going to run out of money. I will not run out of the things that I want that money is involved, because money will always come to me. That is an affirmation I tell myself every single morning. And even though I've got all these responsibilities, black tax, I still was able to pay my rent, buy my food, pay this, pay that, and everything, and still be left with a tiny amount of money to cut my hair, or maybe take myself to Starbucks and things like that. It's not something that I say, oh my goodness, I have to save, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, because I know that when the money comes, it goes out as well. And I know some people say, but that's irresponsible talk. Each to their own, right? When it comes to money. For me, I believe that money will come in large sums at some point. But right now, I'm just letting the universe take a path for me when it comes to money. Like I also said, black tax for me comes to an end this year because all the elders are gone. Usually when we pay black tax is because our parents, grandparents are still around, and we make sure that they got food, everything that they need, it's there, and medicine is bought, blah, 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 blah. Now it's just us, it's just the kids that are left. And many of us that are left, in fact, all of us that are left, we are able bodies. So I don't think it is an obligation of mine to be taking care of grown-ups. No, that comes to an end. I've already said it, that guys, I'm done with black tax. It's now time to focus on me and my own goals. One of the goals that I'm going to be setting is getting a house in 2023. That is the first thing that I'm going to be working on when I start saving up, because I don't have those responsibilities anymore. Unfortunately, another thing that was unforeseen when it came to my money this year is that, and I did not share this one, I only shared it with very few people that I felt comfortable talking to about this situation, is that 4 months of my salary was hacked out of my account. Fortunately, I have great siblings and a YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber, whom asked me, hey, how are you doing? And I was like, no, I'm fine. But he was like, no. You are not fine. What's going on? And then I told him about what had happened, and he was like, okay, this is what I got. I hope it can assist. So those are the 3 people that basically lifted me out of the water, and I was just up here. My head was out of the water, and I was able to breathe and basically swim to shore. I'm always grateful for that situation. So I was robbed twice this year. Those are the things that I did not foresee coming. Of course, I think it was, I don't know who, I think it was my English teacher who said when we matric, she said, as you grow older, or as you leave school into the big ugly world. If your life goes smoothly, if you are sailing on a smooth sea, be worried. Be worried, because you need to also go through stormy seas. You need to navigate out of the storm in order for you to learn something. So that had happened. I would have been worried if 2022 was just smooth sailing for me. I'm so grateful that those hard lessons I did learn, it taught me how to tie and secure my bank account and everything else. Even the theft of breaking in of my place, I became even more safety conscious. And but at the same time, I'm learning a lesson about myself as an individual. After feeling violated, what are the things that I think about and feel and do as a result? Monetization. So like I said, in my True Crime YouTube channel, I did monetize that channel on the 18th of August 2022, even though it was eligible for monetization since December of 2021. Now, this very channel, it's been eligible for monetization over 18 months now. No, not 18 months. Over probably 11 months. It's been eligible for monetization. I 3 times I would not apply for monetization, and then I would lose hours. And then the biggest hours that I lost, I think I did not talk about this, was 1,000 hours that I lost, that I had to rebuild. I lost 1,000 hours. I had to rebuild on that 1,000 hours. And I also knew that I was going to take my own sweet time in building up to that 1,000 hours. One of the contributors of me losing 1,000 hours was the 4 months that I was away from YouTube, because I was not uploading and I was not generating watch time. And so my hours just kind of like free fell. It was a free fall, straight down. And it was almost getting to like the second 1,000th hours. So fortunately, I caught that and I started building, and I took my own sweet time in building up to the 4,000, which now is 5,000 hours. I think it's 5,700 now. And again, it's got nothing to do with numbers for me. And I think there are 2 reasons why I have not monetized this very channel, which I also had the very same thing, or the same feeling about the iron bars. Basically, I was worried that I am profiting out of people's pain. Why should I profit out of people's pain? And then when it comes to this YouTube channel, I was like, I'm helping. Why should I profit out of helping people? And big YouTubers were like, yeah, well, now, what about the time it takes to research those topics? What about the time it takes to film that video? What about the time it takes to edit that video? You are charging for your time. You are not charging for your morality. And I was like, yeah, Ndibuti was one of those people where like, when you are crazy. Naledi Malela was like, well, now you are crazy. Monetize this thing. So, though that is where I was stuck. I was like, this is what I'm trying to do, and this is what my goal is. Like I said, expose YouTube to as many young people as possible, so that they can skip the unemployment line and become their own bosses and have these opportunities opening for them. And then I can, if I know that a young person has started a YouTube channel and then now they are making money and they're no longer worried about their unemployment status, for me, it makes me sleep well at night. So that's the reason why I was not monetized. The second reason is views. I felt like if I had monetized my YouTube channel, I don't feel that the views that I get for my channel are enough for a monetized YouTube channel. I know that the topics that I create, they are high-end CPMs. And also when per video, if I get 200 views or 150 views and I upload every maybe twice or 3 times a week, those hundreds and 200 views, they do accumulate to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and so on. And I will still get paid at the end of the month. But I felt like, you know what? I don't think my views justify me monetizing my channel just yet. I think for me I always thought that from 500 to 1,000 views, that is worth me monetizing the channel. But now that everybody now, since they have been asking me about why you're not monetizing and shouting at me like Cecilia, like Betty K, Ndibuti, Sims Right, y'all have come for me when it comes to monetizing my channel. So I decided, okay, fine. On the 1st of January, 2023, I'm gonna monetize the channel. Happy? Great. Now, let's talk about another door of opportunity that opened because of my YouTube channel, sponsors and brand deals. Now, the reason why you have not seen sponsors on my YouTube videos or any collaboration with a brand deal is because these people, they send me emails, I read, I check the brief and all that stuff, but when it comes to payment, these people, some of them, you can just tell that they are exploiting me because my channel is small, and also the engagements that I get from my YouTube videos are not what they believe I'm worth being paid. Now, the one thing that some of these brands did not understand, which I decided humbly to educate them about YouTube, is that today I may be small, but tomorrow I will be big. And as I grow bigger, the YouTube videos that have your brands and or your products will be getting attention from my subscribers, meaning that you'll be making hundreds of thousands of rands, if not millions of rands, while I only made 800 rand that you are offering me, or 1,500 rand that you are offering me. So I knew my worth, and then I was not going to compromise on my worth just because a big brand came and said, hey, listen, we would like to collaborate with you. Hey, listen, we would like to sponsor a section of your YouTube video, but this is the amount of money. And when you ask what is the budget, they duck and dive. They don't want to tell me. Some even tell me straight, but hey, listen, your channel is small. Okay, fine, I agree. My channel is small, but I'm not asking for thousands of rands. All I'm asking for is my time that is going to take to create that video, and also to add your advert on my YouTube video with due respect. So that is why you have not seen any sponsored videos or brand collaborations on my channel, even though I get a lot of emails inviting me for that. So I guess it's something that is going to happen when it happens at some stage, and maybe a brand that will come and respect my worth and also understand that this channel is not going to remain small forever. So this is the same thing that I want to tell you as a content creator, that just because you are small does not mean you're going to remain small for the rest of, I don't know, for as long as you are interested in creating videos. Know your worth. So on a personal note, I have grown as a person this year. As a matter of fact, it was another unforeseen event in my life this year. In April, I attempted to lose weight. I started taking coffee and lemon, which I did manage to lose about 8 kilograms out of that experience. But because my job was also demanding and I was sleeping basically in hotels, and my office was basically 35 or 40,000 feet above the air, and so I could no longer sustain the coffee and lemon, and then I went back to my 135 kilograms. In June or July, I think I attempted again, which also failed dismally. But from the 26th of October 2022, I did a final decision, like, okay, listen, let me try this one more time. And I took on a vegan diet for 30 days, which turned out to be 35 days. And my goal was to lose 35 kilograms from 135 kilograms. And I lost that in 35 days indeed. And I was ecstatic, and I'm still ecstatic about it. And because it's December, old habits are also now creeping in, and it's understandable. I did say that I don't think I'm going to be as disciplined as I was in October, November with the vegan diet. However, from the 2nd of January up until the 31st of March 2023, I'm going back to vegan diet because I want to flatten out my belly, because the belly is taking longer to kind of like to lose the fat. But it is losing, because again, I measure my belly with my clothes. If the clothes right now, all my clothes are loose around my belly, but the belly is still there. It's still kind of bulgy, but I can tell that it is retrieving. So I know that once I take on the vegan diet once again for the next 3 months, I will not have a belly left by the 31st of March, and that's my goal. Yeah, so that is what I did personally. But at the same time, if you had to ask me how am I doing, I'm tempted to say I'm fine, because it's a line that I'm so used to saying, when in fact I'm exhausted, I'm terrified. The reason why I'm terrified, there are so many things that are happening that are basically forcing me out of my shell. This year, when it comes to relations, I've had so many people, new people, you guys, coming into my life, and some of them, I believe I even forged what I would call a friendship, and that terrifies me. I'm forever scared. I'm anxious all the time, and because I wish I had like a crystal glass or a crystal globe to see my future with everything that I'm letting go. I'm basically my shell is cracking slowly, it's just cracking, and new people are coming into my life, and that terrifies me. So another thing, as I am losing weight, I am noticing that I'm also getting attention. It's very uncomfortable feeling when people are just looking at you, and they don't just looking at you, but they're looking at you with desire. Like, I know. But for me, who has been inside the shell, it is uncomforting. It's at the same time, I'm giving it myself. I give myself a chance to be out there in the mall, to be out there most of the time in the mall. And when you see people looking at you like that, and you just know it's not because, but it's because of the way your body is looking. I don't want to sound like a narcissist or attention seeker or lying to myself. I don't know as well why, but I think it has something to do with the weight loss. So that also makes me very, very anxious. Also, meeting new people every time I attend a YouTube event, that has been the most scariest thing ever, because I have to pray. And thank goodness, every time you get an invitation from YouTube, it's always 3 weeks in advance. So I have all this time to prepare my mind, to prepare my emotions, to prepare myself, and it can be exhausting. And my energy does get drained. By the time I get home, I'm like, oh my gosh, but it was fun. Yes, I learned so many things today, and I met so many people I admire and I follow and subscribe to, and all that sort of stuff. But emotionally, at the end of the day, it's a typical introvert thing. Yeah, that's what we do. When we are around people, our energy gets sucked by them, and that is why when we get back to our homes, we really throw ourselves on, we take a shower, throw ourselves in the bed so we can rejuvenate. So that, to me, I'm grateful, very, very grateful for these opportunities, and grateful for the amazing people that I've met, and also I have fallen in love with, and who have fallen in love with me as well. That is just priceless. And my biggest fear is that I might wake up one morning and all of this is just a dream. That terrifies me so very much. But to wrap up this 2022 saga of mine, I am an avid reader, but in 2022 I was a terrible reader. I only read 21 books. Usually I would read over 100, 110-ish by the 31st of December. But this year it was only 21. By my standard, that just sucks. That's terrible. but it's something that I'm going to get back on in 2023. I'm going to be setting a goal of 55 books in 2023, but I will have a dedicated video about my 2023 goals. Of course, you guys we are going to be creating a vision board together, and we're also going to be setting goals for 2023 together. So all of that you're going to hear in those videos, and then from there we'll wrap up the year and we wait for 2023 and all its glory. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. This channel, we do all things YouTube, and we also do all things business online business conversations, which we are going to be talking about a lot in 2023. And also talk about some lifestyles as well that I'm interested in, like frugal lifestyle. I like that kind of topic. We'll talk about those things in 2023. Now that I no longer have to pay black tax, frugal lifestyle is definitely something that I really need to incorporate in my life in 2023. But other than that, guys, do share this video far and wide and comment down below. Let me know what was 2022 like for you. I would like to hear how that was for you. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.